going to be doing a birthday makeup style video. I'm not going to call it a tutorial because these are never really tutorials with me, it's just you watch me slap on some makeup. So yeah, I'm going to do this for you today, and it's actually quite funny. Last year I did a video like this which I called my autumnal makeup something, and I actually was just going out to a birthday lunch and had to do everything super speedy because I was late. And this is the exact same situation the day after my birthday this year, except this year I'm not quite as hungover. That was yesterday. To start off, I'm going to be using the Dior Glow Maximizer Light Boosting Primer and the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I love these two together because I find the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk just lacks a little bit of extra glowiness on my skin, so these two together just make the perfect combination. So I'm just going to squeeze a pump of each onto the back of my hand. I use a little bit less of the Dior primer. That's what it looks like. And then I just swirl them together and dot on my face. And I'm going to keep a little bit of excess just on my hand, just in case. I always find that I need it. And then I'm using my Kevyn Aucoin foundation brush. And this is the weirdest foundation brush because I find that it works best in stippling motions, which really feels really strange on your face because it's such a big brush. And it doesn't really work as well when you swirl it. And next I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Brush On Go BB Highlighter, which for me is just my perfect concealer. I just swipe it on. Just use it pretty much everywhere because I just love the finish and the glow that it gives. It's beautiful. I'm just going to be taking a Zoeva face shaping brush. It's the 110 brush. And I just really like this. It's a much smaller version of the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I really like it for concealer. It's just really quick and easy to apply. Oh, I've got text. So that is my base done, and again I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Sun for bronzer. I don't know what has happened to me. I used to hate this bronzer and now I can't get enough of it. The smell, I can't quite get over that. It just smells like Johnson's baby lotion, but I put up with it because I just really like the kind of contour and glow and bronzing that it gives. It's really different to anything else I own. And I've got, what is this one? Bronzed Tropics, which is I think a slightly different shade to the ones I've seen other people use. I think it's the darker one. I find it really hard to put bronzer on here because my tragus piercing. Anyone else have that issue? Hurts. And then I'm just going to swirl both of them together and pop that on my cheeks. Next I'm going to be moving on to brows, and as always I'm using my Bobbi Brown Brow Kit in the shade Dark Brown, something like that. I'm just going to start filling that in from underneath. My hands are super shaky because all I've had to eat today is a Ben's cookie for breakfast. So naughty. And I'm just filling it in with the lighter one at the moment. I've kind of been going a little bit lighter on the brows just because I've been doing a lot of smoky eyes recently, and I find that it just looks much better when your brows look slightly more natural. If they weren't so uneven in like there's just hairs all over the place and stuff, I probably would leave them like not blank, unfilled, but they're just a little bit too scraggly at the moment to kind of be left unfilled and to their own devices, so I've just been filling them in a little bit. Next I'm going to line my waterline with the Rimmel Scandalise waterproof liner. This always looks so dodgy on camera. And then we get to the good bit. I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette, and I kind of have a little tradition now since Charlotte Tilbury came out. I buy myself one of these for my birthday every year. So last year I had the Uptown Girl palette, and this year I've got Dolce Vita, and I just think this one is beautiful. It's just so warm and autumnal and gorgeous. The other one is kind of like more greys and it's gorgeous, but I think this one just suits my skin tone a lot more. So I'm going to start off just taking the lightest shade on my finger and dusting this all over the lid. I find this is the best way to get it really pigmented. It just has the most beautiful sheen to it, but it's a really nice kind of like neutral nude colour. It's perfect. I'm actually going to take MAC Soba, which I've been using in all of my smoky eyes recently for various bits and pieces, and I'm going to take this on a Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush, which is 227. I'm just going to take that quite heavily and dust this in the outer corners. And And then I'm just going to take it on a 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush by Zoeva, which is basically like a pointed little kind of pencil brush. And I'm just going to put this under my lower lash line. And this just looks gorgeous under your lower lash line. I never like putting things under there except this. This is just beautiful. And for a daily makeup, I would just kind of leave my eyeshadow there. I just think that that is beautiful, but it's my birthday. Well, it was my birthday. It's not my birthday anymore, but it was my birthday. So I kind of went all out with this palette just because, you know, I can. And next I'm going to be taking my MAC 217 brush. This brush is hideously dirty and needs washing, but I'm just using the fact that it's really dirty anyway just to kind of take advantage of it. I'm just taking the reddy brown colour on the Charlotte Tilbury palette, which is very similar to Clinique's, what is it called, Black Honey, really similar to that. So if you already have that, then this is kind of like the one thing that it kind of makes this makeup look. And I just kind of pat that along all of the kind of outer lid. And then I'm just going to take another blending brush. I'm going to take my MAC 224, MAC 224, which I think was my friend Lauren's brush. She still hasn't come and claimed it, so Lauren, if you want this brush, you're going to have to come to Brighton. And I'm just going to use that to really soften all the edges so you just can't even see where the shadow starts. And then I'm just going to do the same on the other eyelid. And I just think this works so beautifully with brown eyes. I think it's one of the only smoky eyes that I really do love doing because it makes my eyes pop like nothing else really does, and I just think it's gorgeous. And then to finish this off, I'm just going to use the glittery shade from the Charlotte Tilbury palette because it's my birthday, and if I can't wear glitter on my birthday, when can I? And I just love this. It's so buildable, like the second you put it on your finger it's like crazy glittery, but you can just add the tiniest amount to your eyelid and it just looks amazing. Like, I always look at these palettes and my mum is like a glitter fiend when it comes to makeup and she would absolutely love this. It's gorgeous. And then on my finger I'm just going to take a little bit more of the red shadow and pop it over the glitter just to kind of make it a little bit less goldy because I want this to be more of a reddy autumnal smoky eye than anything else. And then, you know, I'm going to go in with liquid liner. It was never not going to happen. You guys always tell me that I always look the same because I always use liquid liner, but I don't care because it honestly just makes my eyes pop, and you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I literally just start in the middle and that kind of helps me to decide how thick the liner is going to be. I think I've just made this one a lot thicker. The beautiful thing about it is that it doesn't need to be perfect when you first do it. I get a really heavily slapped lash, like you can probably see at the moment, and then I go in and neaten it up. Gone totally overboard, but I'm completely loving it. This is such a heavy makeup for daytime, and if I was going to lunch with anyone other than my parents, I would probably redo this, but my mum will freaking love this, so I'm just going to leave it when I go out. I'm using the Maxfactor Clump Defy Extensions False Lash Effect Mascara. Longest name in the world. I swear these product names are getting a million times longer, but I really love this mascara. I think it's gorgeous. It's really unclumpy, really lengthening, really volumizing, just absolutely gorgeous. I like it. I think I like it more than the original, and I loved the original. I think I used it for about 4 years, but times be changing. And next I'm going to take the leftover that's on this brush and I'm just going to do my bottom lashes, which with this size of a brush is the most difficult thing in the world. I actually own the Clinique bottom lash mascara, but it just is not as good as this one. I quite like this one. And next we're doing lips, and I have something else from Charlotte Tilbury, of course. I've got their Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk, which is basically a lip liner in the most gorgeous colour in the world. And I'm just filling in the line and basically just making it look a lot more even. Because I have a really uneven lip line. I can't even tell you why. It's probably something I shouldn't even know about myself anyway. It's the most ridiculous thing. And that is just the most gorgeous natural lip colour, and to finish it off I'm just going to go in with Max Hue, and it's just the most gorgeous kind of nudie, pinky, but very nude colour. I just think it's gorgeous, and I'm just going to blot that all over. And with all the smoky eyes I've done this week, I've not used this. I just think it works perfectly with a smoky eye because it's just so neutral, inoffensive, has a lovely sheen. I'm just patting that in. I think that is my makeup done. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you liked seeing something a little bit different from me because I don't usually go this heavy at all, but this is like my favourite eye makeup look at the moment. I was really into this like a few Christmases ago and I've just completely fallen off the track with smoky eyes, and I'm just really enjoying getting back into them. So I hope you guys liked this. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know if there are any other videos you'd like to see throughout Vlogtober, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!